Hey everyone, Bleck here again with another tutorial. This time I'm going to be talking about how to loop through ruins and rune books effectively. Now, let's go to the script. So the first one I'm going to be talking about is looping through rune books. So the main part is this list, and what it is it's the different IDs that respond or correspond to the different buttons that are in rune books. So when you want to programmatically deal with gumps, that's what this is here. This is dealing with a rune book. We're going to pass it the number associated to the button that tells it to recall to a specific rune. So that's what these numbers are. They associate to the different runes, all 16 for the entire book. So this is bare bones. I mean, I haven't put like an auto miner on this. I haven't put like an auto fighter, anything ridiculous. All we're going to do is we're going to recall to the spot. We're going to use the rune book to open it up. We're going to wait for it. We're going to reply with that rune slot. We're going to wait 2 seconds and we're just going to say hi in Orcish. So this is just a method to go around the world and spread Orcish joy. And then pause for 5 seconds before continuing. Now, another important part of this is the while loop that's here. The while mana is less than 11. And that's the case that if you try to use this while your mana is below, this would run all right, but the rune loop, not so much because of how it just goes through, it casts, and then it waits for target, and then it targets. It can get hung up on that. So it's not a good idea to just let your script just keep running, and also it's going to skip spots. So it's going to try to recall and say, oh, sorry, I didn't have enough mana. It's going to go on to the next one, So it's a good idea to try to keep it cubby hold, keep it busy doing something else for the meantime before you have enough mana, and then move on. And so just to kind of get a little taste of the future of this video, this one looks very similar. I'm of course going to explain what's going on here too, but to continue with this one, so we create our list that has all the different spots. We also ask for a rune book just in case we don't have it already set. That's going to prompt alias is going to give us a target, and we can of course target it in game. Then for the different runes that are in here, so the different buttons that we're going to press that are associated with runes, of course cubbyhole if necessary. Otherwise, we're going to open up the book, wait for the book, respond to the book, pause and say hi, and then leave on to the next one. So let's give this a try and see what happens. So we recall, say hi. This is just the first spot. This method I've found with vanilla UO has a recharge time for the book. I haven't calculated what it is exactly, how many seconds you have to wait, but it does have a delay. So this method does have a downside in that you have to wait at least X amount of time for a specific rune book to be able to recharge so you can use it again. I mean, of course you could use different rune books together. You can recall to the first location within a lot of different rune books and just be able to chain through them without having necessarily to worry about the delay so long as you have enough of them. But I mean, this one's just going. Not a problem. We're saying hi throughout the world. Just keep on keeping on. I do have admin privileges, so I'm not using regents, but that's something that you'd have to worry about if it's the case that you're going to use this as a player. I'm just trying to show you the methods on going through a rune book, not necessarily dealing with a headache that is regions. Okay, so the next one we have, so like I said, this one has a bit of a delay, so that's why I had to bump this up to 5 seconds. The other one, very similar. So we have our main loop that it's going to go through. This one, it's only going to loop through once, so it's going to go through the rune book all 16 once, and then it's going to stop. If you wanted to just keep on going and keep on going, you could go while not dead and throw this entire thing in that while loop, and then it's just going to go for as long as possible or until it of course jams up if you're needing regions or something. You can of course add in a bit where it's going to recall to a certain destination, buy regions, store gold, that sort of thing. Again, I'm not trying to deal with the crazy headache cases, just show you the basics. So this, if you wanted to loop through the same runebook over and over again, completely doable in UOSteam. For this one, what we're going to be doing is we're going to do much like the other one. If we don't have the rune book, but in this case it's rune pouch, what I have is I have a pouch set up that has all the different runes already in it. So if we don't have that pouch set as an alias, of course we're going to need it. We're going to clear our ignore list, and the reason because we're going to ignore every rune as we use them. That way it kind of picks through all of the runes, and then after it's done, then it clears the ignore list and then goes again. So this one is going to just go through it one time, all of the different runes, so 16 runes, just because I copied them, they're the exact same runes. But of course, same principle here. Actually, you're going to want that clear in there too. So while not dead, if you just wanted to run through this infinite amount of time, in a while. So clear the ignore list. Then we're going to, while we find runes, that's what this graphic is, any color inside that rune pouch, then we're going to cubbyhole if necessary, otherwise we're going to cast recall. We're not responding to a gump in this case, we're dealing with casting recall on specific items. So we have to cast, wait for the target that rune. So when we do a find type, it of course changes our found alias to reflect what we found. We're going to pause, say hi, pause again. You notice that this is much shorter. We don't have to wait as long. And then of course ignore that rune so that the next time we run through it doesn't try to recall to the same place over and over and over again in a row. So let's give that a try. Alright, so as you can see, it's going much quicker. Not a problem for it. I actually want to show what it does when my mana gets low, so I'm just going to let it run its course. So if you're dealing with a server that's just regular vanilla UO, straight out of the RunUO server website, you're going to have a runebook issue where it's going to say that you can't use it without a cooldown. This might be the preferred method for you if you're okay with potentially losing your runes. All right, here we go. So it's going to just keep using meditation until it doesn't need to. You can of course have it do an in journal for you enter a meditative trance and have it stop at that point. I wasn't really concerned. I just wanted to do something very quick to show. And of course this works. It's not terrible, but it does poop into your journal and also takes up a lot of screen. So those are the two methods. There are good sides and bad sides to both, of course. So this one, it deals with rune books. You can, of course, have multiple rune books, create a list of rune books as well, and then do a for loop for the different rune books outside of the slots so that it goes through one rune book before continuing on to the next. You can reverse it, of course, and do different rune books for the different slots if you want to go to each one first. So each of the first runes slots first and then continue on. I mean, of course, it's all dependent upon how you want to do it. This one, though, the runes aren't up for grabs. So if you die, you're going to keep your runes, no problem. But like I said, vanilla UO, you have that distinct disadvantage where it has a cooldown. This one, you can rapid fire. You don't, I mean, I could have it just do a pause for 1 second, just keep on going, keep on going. It's just contingent on you having the mana. So you might want to beef this up, make it a little smarter so that it's not just continuing to use meditation because it can kick you out of meditation and take longer. But this one, even though it's faster than the other one, you do have the problem of your runes are potentially going to get lost if you die. So if you're okay with that, I mean, this is a good method. You might have a blessed pouch, and so you might not have that issue. So I just want to, of course, present all of the different options to you. Take your pick. Of course, different UO servers are going to have different setups, so I can't present one method and say, okay, this is going to work for everyone in every case. Like always, if you have any questions, please feel free to send me a message or comment below. I try to respond to everybody as best as possible and as quick as possible. If you'd like to see me do a video on a specific topic, please comment or send me a message. I'd love to do it. I'm going to try to do these as long as possible and have them be as informative as possible on the stuff that you guys want to see. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and keep watching and keep playing UO. Thank you. Bye.